Шановні колеги,
Dear colleagues, we will continue our working day, and I invite Colonel Andriy Lysenko, official spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Please listen to the information, to the update on the events from the hostility area. Near Lugansk, the enemies have drawn closer to the front line. New artillery units and strengthened shellings of Ukrainian positions in Popasnyansky district. Here, the combat activities gradually approach to the 24-hour mode. From heavy weaponry, the enemy shelled our positions from two directions, from the eastern Pervomaisk and southern eastern in Kalinova. Also, the artillery batteries of big caliber on the second front line near Irmina and Stahana were also involved into the shellings. Usually they opened fire at night time, but in the daytime used small arms. Yesterday there were 120 shells from heavy weaponry which were launched against our positions. Also near Trohizbenka, Krymska, Rihova, there were combat activities yesterday. Near Krymska, there were two enemies mortar shellings. Near Lugansk in general, yesterday there were 29 enemy shellings, and out of them 13 from heavy weaponry. Near Donetsk, the occupants continue to stack with the tactics of pointedly shellings of our positions almost along the all-contact line. Thus, yesterday they opened fire along the entire contact line near Donetsk, except Donetsk airport. They also use heavy weaponry here. Near Troitsk, they launched 10 mortar mines and 10 shells. Also, mortar shellings were near Lugansk, Novgorodsk, Verkhnyataretsk, and Avdiivska industrial area. During the last 24 hours near Donetsk, there were 9 enemy shellings, and out of them 5 from heavy weaponry. The most complicated situation remains is before near Mariupol, especially complicated is situation between Mariupol and Krasnogorivka. During 90 minutes, the occupants launched 225 shells from heavy weaponry, and in Mariupol they destroyed 8 buildings, and out of that 8 buildings, 5 there were residential premises. The same situation is in the south, near between Talakivka and Shirokina. Lebedinska, which is between two these points, suffered the most because several hundreds of shells were launched yesterday, and they were between 82 and 152 millimeters caliber. The tactics of the enemies is totally ruin the villages and towns, and our enforcing constructions in order to allow aggressive actions at this burnt land. Also, yesterday the shellings were near Novotroitsk, Granitna, and Pavlopol. Near Mariupol, there were 6 drone flights. Yesterday, 2 drones were downed by the ATO forces. During the last 24 hours, near Mariupol, there were 23 shellings, and out of them 15 from heavy weaponry. Also, during the last day, in result of combat activities, 1 Ukrainian serviceman was wounded, and 7 was killed, and 7 were wounded. We express our condolences to the families of the killed servicemen. The confirmed losses of the animals: 3 killed and 4 wounded occupants. From Russia, a party of the reinforcement arrived to militants. Davzhanska Nova railway station accepted 6 cisterns with fuel and lubricants and 2 wagons with unknown cargo. Ilovaisk railway station accepted 12 units of the armored equipment and machinery. In Lugansk, 11 cisterns with fuels and lubricants. Also, training of Kramatorsk law enforcement stand Typhoon were held yesterday in Drushkivka. Also, yesterday's night in Donetsk, in result of explosion in the elevator in a lift of a residential building, Russian citizen Arsen Pavla, famous field commander with nom de guerre Motorola, was killed by explosion. His supporters Bednov, Mozgovoi, Ishchenko and Bushuev, he was not killed on a battlefield, but he was destroyed. He did not, by this moment, he did not occupy any positions in band formations, because they are now chaired by Russian staff officers. From April 2014, he participated in military activities and showed lack of mercy and huge cruelty. Thus, he destroyed and killed a hero of Ukraine, defender of Donetsk airport, Igor Branovitsky. And only death rescued this criminal from criminal proceedings in Ukraine. Since there are no questions, the event is over, and the next will be